A big hello to all the viewers of this video on YouTube. This is a video of instruction rather than a video of entertainment. It's designed to help the team who are required to pack up and pull down the miracle tent each time the miracle tent season is over. So as you're watching this video, you're going to be seeing some things that will remind you of what is required. First of all, you've got to get all the chairs out of the tent and roll up the carpet. Here Bill and Kathy are rolling up the carpet in 2011, did a fantastic job, and Peter with his trailer worked very hard shifting all the pews and the chairs down into the second container further away on the church block.
Hey, my name's Will, and we've had lots of fun here at working at the tent meeting.
It's best of all if you can get a good team of willing workers. On this particular occasion we had a team of about 5 or 6 people on the day after the last tent meeting to do the chairs and the carpet, and then on the next day all the fellas came together to pull down the sides of the tent, fold them up and put them away, take out the chairs and stack them into the container, and take down all the banners and generally prepare for the bringing down of the poles. The music stage needs to be dismantled and stacked away in the container, and also the sound desk needs to be packed up. The first poles that are moved are the intermediate poles, taken out to 45 degrees, ready for the large centre poles to also be taken out about 45 degrees. That'll do. Can you shift that block back in so it's going to land on it? The centre poles are laid down on large wooden blocks so they can be released from the canopy once the canopy comes to the ground. They also lay down underneath the seam of the canvas above them. As the canopy comes down, this is a dangerous time, and people need to watch out that they're not hit on the head by a falling canopy or a falling pole. That'll do it. That'll do it. Gonna do the other one now. Put the block back in. Thank you. Under the pole. Out there? Yep. Okay. That's fair enough. Back to the middle. The outer poles might have to go out a bit. Maybe the outer poles could go out another metre or so. Hey! No, you've got to take the outer on there.
Just watch Norm.
Here we go, here we go.
Just watch for Norm there.
Just checking.
Right, put it down, Pete. Outer poles out now. Outer poles out.
Take them out.
Yep. You got to unrope them now too.
We've got to get the middle ones out first. Down on
No? Peter, someone will be there at 10 o'clock.
There we go.
Church of Christ is open at 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Once the 3 centre poles have been laid on the ground, and the intermediate poles have been untied and removed from under the canopy, leaving the ropes in the canopy. And then the outer white poles can be taken out and stored in the container. Now we require workers with soft footwear to go onto the canopy to remove the flags, and also then to go and unlace all the 4 canopy sections. These are done by just unhooking the ropes and separating them all. They're all the little loops to be separated, and at the centre of the poles need to be unbolted from the central poles. If the good Lord's willing and we have access to a bobcat, all the tent pegs can be extracted with the help of a bit of mechanical muscle.
Yeah, getting this part done is the easy part compared to putting it up.
Yeah.
How long did it take you guys to put it up?
4 hours.
It's not bad though.
Yeah, we'll be down in 2.
It's going.
When all the poles and pegs have been removed, we find ourselves with 4 large flat canopies lying on the ground, 2 central rectangular ones, and the 2 end ones are semicircular. Now we come to the stage where we need to fold them up, and they're folded as follows. Everybody gets a piece of the action along the sides, and they pull tight and they warp and fold over to 6-foot sections. Where Jack is there with the blue shirt, he's going to be the fold, the first fold, and you'll see them walk towards him and fold it over.
There you go, that's it. That's it. Look tight. That's it. Look tight.
This continues until the entire central rectangular canopy is lying in a heap that is 6 feet wide and nice and flat. All the ropes get thrown into the heap as well, so they're packed in amongst it. And when you get all the canopy in a 6 feet wide length, then we have to make it into a 3 foot wide length, and this is done, as you'll see in a moment, by folding 1 leaf of the 6 foot panel at a time over into the 3 foot sections. So here they're doing that. No, not quite. I'm just making sure all the ropes are encased. Not hanging loose. Now they have to fold the tops over into half again. Once the central rectangular panels are folded into 3 foot length, 24 foot long, then the 2 ends are brought into middle and they eventually folded up nice and tight so that they'll be able to fit into the green bag. Flatten it out and have the men, the muscle power, bring the 2 ends near to the centre and eventually fold it again, as you'll see, to fit into the bag.
We all have to work as hard as she does from now on.
It's recording in that little red Murray Seas up there.
We've got a bit of rope to go around the girth.
Having folded it as tight as they possibly can, they need to apply a rope around the girth and pull it even tighter, so holding it together whilst it's dropped into the bags. Now the green bags, the one with the square on it is the central rectangular canopy, and the one with the semicircle on it is the one for the end semicircle canopy. So when bringing them out of the container next year, you know where to place them on the paddock so that you don't have to move them more than once.
Righto, we're going to have a cup of tea.
And we're delivering people into town doing different things. We had a pretty poor show come down here, but these guys worked all day, did all the chairs, all the carpet. With Paul with Paul and Pauline.
And Andy and Corinne.
So we just want to thank you all for what you've done, but particularly what you guys did. That was a mammoth effort yesterday. I mean, Alan gave me $20 to take him to town. Get out of
it. He should have paid you more.
No, I really do. I just want to thank you so much. It can't be done without you, and it impacts this whole coast and the state and the country. People come from all over the country for these tent meetings, so I just want to thank you all very much for what you've done.
After a nice cup of tea and a special thank you message from Pastor Raff, we're back out on the paddock, and we're now going to fold up the semicircle canopies. We need 2 or 3 very strong anchor men at the centre, and then 1 man or woman at every second rope or every second little panel, and they just move around. They're folding it 2 panels at a time, so that it ends up as a nice big slice of canopy. Looks like a thin slice of cheesecake. This is a different view as they're packing up the semicircular canopy from the other end of the tent. And so you can see them dragging it all around. They've still got 3 men on the anchor in the centre, and the other fellows just bring it around and stop it there, and until eventually it's all folded up again like a nice thin slice of cheesecake. At the end of this manoeuvre, they end up with a triangular piece which is 2 panels wide. Now they want to start folding this into a 1 panel wide piece, and lifting each flap over one at a time until it has been doubled up into a narrow wedge-like piece of canopy.
Here we guys, now you bring it up to here.
Now the narrowest end of the triangular piece is dragged up to within 1 metre of the widest end, and then folded again until we have it back in a position where it can be put into the green bag. Making sure that the heavy metal core of the tent canopy is easily folded into the total wrapping. as with the other canopies, they are pressed down tight together, and a girdle rope is tied around the centre of the bundle to keep it really tight. Then it is stood up and placed into a green bag. Remember, the green bags with the semicircle on them have the two ends to the tent in them, and the green bags with the red square mark on them are the centre rectangular pieces for the miracle tent.
6 o'clock, and can you book it? Nice. Just down at the Victor. Yeah, 14.
The same procedures apply to every section of the tent. They have to be folded and rolled up in a nice tight ball with a rope girdle placed around them, and then stood up and placed into the green bags until they're all in the green bag, and then there is some cause for celebration. Hello, that's good.
Everybody ready for the big cheer? Hip hip!
Then with some long steel bars placed through the hoops at the corner of each green bag, have 8 men lift the bag and transport them into the container. Make sure when you're packing the container that you leave the advertising banners and some droppers near the front door so they can be the first things that come out. With everything locked away in the container, there's an opportunity for ministry and to give a prayer of thanksgiving to God for a job well done.